Have you heard about the Legacy Builders program? Have you read through the information? Have you watched some videos about it? Perhaps even gotten on one of the live calls with Michelle O'Neill? And you've thought, that's so easy. I don't need to pay money to be able to do that. You think anyone can do digital marketing. I'm Donna Gilbert. I help people shift their perspectives about life, the universe, and everything. I'm not a hitchhiker, but I am a nomad who lives in a converted 7x14-foot cargo trailer. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Legacy Builders program in general, but I'm specifically going to talk about why this may not be the program for you. Because there are specific personality types, character traits, and values that you really need to be successful at digital marketing. And the first one is you need to be a self-starter. In our community of more than 33,000 people, there are so many questions asked that could be answered with a simple Google search. The answers are in the training videos, but people, rather than doing the research themselves, will go to ask someone else for the answers. And this isn't a bad thing if you've done the search. Put the time in, increase your learning, be a self-starter, and try to find the answers yourself before you put it into the community. Because when you do that, not only are you going to have to wait, you might get conflicting information, you might get the wrong information. And when that happens, you're going to blame the community in the program. The answers are out there. You can find them, but not everyone is willing to do it. They want the easy answers. You become a better, more resilient entrepreneur when you're willing to start looking for the answers yourself. The second thing, it may seem like it's contradicting that first point, but it's really not. You need to be willing and interested in learning new techniques, new tips, because the digital world is changing constantly. And the training videos within the Legacy Builders community are phenomenal. And I do believe that they are and they will continue to address new trends. But if you see something out there in the wild of social media, and you say, I would love to try that, you need to be willing, self-starter, you need to be willing to try that on your own. You don't need permission from the community, from Michelle O'Neill, the founder of this program, from the other mentors. You don't need their permission to try something new. Now granted, if you're not having success and you're failing to ask for guidance, then that's also on you. And that's the time when people will blame the community rather than going in and saying, I'm having a problem with this. I've been in the program for 3 months and I'm still not getting any leads into my email funnel. Ask the questions, but don't ask that after 3 days and 2 TikTok videos. It's just not reasonable. You do need to find your stride. You do need to start developing your own message because we can't replicate someone else's message. That's theirs. It's their story. We have to find the passion within ourselves. And when we do that, that's when our magic happens. That's when our audience, our ideal customer, finds us. We don't have to go knocking on doors. We don't have to go calling them. We just have to be ourselves and put our stories out there and our viewpoints out there. And when that happens, people will say, that's someone I want to work with. That's someone I want to learn from. But that's learning from them and then applying it. It's not expecting them to do all the work for you. There are little subtle differences, but you have to step into that role. If you want to be successful with digital marketing, whether it's with the Legacy Builders or another program, you are the key to your success. It's not the program. The program will give you the information that you need to get started. It will give you a foundation, but it's up to you to build your house. In order to do that, you need to be persistent. You need to be consistent. Persistence and consistency are the keys. Because social media, everyone's scrolling so fast, right? But if you show up multiple times a day, eventually someone's going to see you and they're going to stop. And they'll listen, maybe for just a few seconds. But then the next time they see you, they may stop and listen a little bit longer. And then the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, maybe finally you'll say just the right thing. And they'll say, I want to listen to that. And it could be life-changing for them. And when it's life-changing for someone else, it trickles down and it's life-changing for you. Along with persistent and consistent is determined. You have to know why you're doing this. If you're doing it as a get-rich-quick scheme, which a lot of people think this is, you're going to be disappointed. Don't waste your time, don't waste your money, because you're not willing to stick with it. You're not really willing to consider why this is important to you, because it probably isn't. It's just something, you know what, it's like buying a lottery ticket. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll complain and I'll trash talk the Legacy Builders program or whichever program you join. I'll trash talk the community and say it doesn't work. If it's not working for you, it's because you are not working the program. These programs have step-by-step instructions. They have the mentoring. They have the guidance. But you have to be willing to be that self-starter to do things without being told. You've got to figure things out on your own. That's how you build your house, is figuring things out on your own. There's resources out there, the foundation, the basic blueprint, but you get to individualize it, personalize it, make it something that works for you. Another trait I believe is super helpful is to be curious, to watch what others are doing, to see what makes you stop when you're scrolling through social media. What is it that makes you stop? And watch those, study those. This is the self-starter, this is being willing to learn new things. Because what you're stopping at is probably the type of thing that your ideal client, your customers, will stop at. If you scroll, and then you stop, what is it that made you stop? Because we learn in Legacy Builders, and I've learned this in the dozen other coaching programs that I've taken, your ideal client is typically a younger version of yourself. And what makes you stop the scroll will stop them. Something to consider, and it will make your life easier. It will make your journey easier because you won't be trying to be someone else. Digital marketing is more like a marathon. Can anyone run a marathon? Yes, they can, if they are willing to put in the time and the energy. They have to commit to their training program. Instead of just saying they're going to do it, they have to get up and do it. They have to run on the hot days, they have to run on the rainy days, they have to run on the days they just don't feel like it. They have to run on the days that, their children are sick or their parents are sick. They have to run on the days when they have to stay at work late. But they've made that decision. They're persistent, they're consistent, they believe in it. They're learning and listening to other people as well as their original mentors. They're trying what works for them, because your mentor will not have exactly what works for you. They will know what worked for them. They'll have the experience of other people they've worked with, but you need to find out what will work for you. Being self-directed, trying things, experimenting. If you keep going, someone's going to stop that scroll and they're going to look at your video and they're going to say, oh, yeah, that's what I need today. This person is talking to me directly. When that happens, magic! If you are considering digital marketing, the Legacy Builders program, or one of the other ones, if you are a self-starter, if you are willing to learn, be coachable, if you're willing to be persistent, consistent, determined, curious, if you have those traits, why not give it a try? It may change your life. It may not only make you a more interesting person and fulfill that heart calling that you have to share a message with the world, it will also allow you to earn income. It will allow you to have that financial freedom, the time freedom, because it's powerful. When you can earn $900 a day in just 2 hours a day, doing something that you enjoy, that you find emotionally, intellectually, and just mentally stimulating. Is there anything better than that? I don't know. Let me know if you think there's something better than that. Let me know in the comments. I have been building my legacy for just over a month now, and I am loving it as much as I did the first day, and probably even more, because I am finding my rhythm. I am finding my voice. I'm feeling more comfortable on camera. It's starting to flow. And every day is exciting and new as I consider what information, what life-shifting information do I want to share with my community today. It's great, but it isn't for everyone. So that's what you get to decide. If you're curious about the more nitty-gritty details, type curious in the comments. I'll share the information with you. It's no risk, no obligation, no cost to learn more, to see if this is something that would make your life so amazing.